I watched Inception.
For the how many times?
Okay, I watched it before, and I don't even remember the experience. So I'm just gonna call it my first time really watching it.
Like paying attention.
First of all, the movie didn't age very well. The writing of the movie did not age very well. I can tell it was written in 2000 and something, early 2010. It came out in 2010, but I can feel it was written like 2007, 8, 9. I can feel that when I watch the movie. There's a scene where the street bends and then Leonardo takes a step to go 90 degrees up. I was just like, what is this? What am I watching?
What does that have to do with the year?
I can feel it in I felt like
I don't know why I'm defending this movie. It's
okay. I just felt like some of the sequences were kind of weird, where Leonardo is being chased and he goes to order a cafecito and the guy's yelling for no odd reason. Like, please, did Steven Soderbergh write this? Because he's better than this. He's better than this. Who did that?
I said he was in Cuba. He was ordering a cafecito.
And the guy said, he said cafecito 9 times. Like when I'm at the McDonald's drive, what do you not get?
Here we go. He's rude again.
Oh my God, here we go.
The drive-through.
So, as far as the writing goes, boy, is it long. But, okay. It wasn't anything great. It's not bad, but it's not good. But to judge Leonardo DiCaprio's performance, if a monkey did it, it would have been the same.
That is so rude.
To the monkey?
And uncalled for.
Just kidding.
If Will Smith did it, it would have been the same. If Keanu Reeves did it, it would have been the same. If I did it, it would have been the same. If Chris did it, it would have been the same. If the dog over there did it, it would have been the same. There was no, it didn't need Leonardo in it.
Wow, I disagree, unsurprisingly. That's
That's what this podcast is.
Yeah, I think one thing I can point to that Leo is great in is the scene when Mal, I think, is who Marion Cotillard plays.
Yeah.
When she jumps out the window. I think he plays that scene really well.
I feel like every time I watch Leonardo work, I can tell he's acting. I never fully believe he's the character. I always just feel like, well, he tried. I think that's my issue with him, that I never feel like, okay, you are really submerged in this world. You're in this role. I'm like, okay, he delivered the line well, but I just know, that's Leo. I think there are more moments that Will Smith has been submerged in the role better than Leo has. And I have yet to see anything from him that takes him out of the box of like, I'm a serious actor. I'm going to do the misty-eyed crying, yelling, all this stuff. Like, okay, I'm going to order the cafecito. I'm going to walk in the 90-degree road. I get it, but like, I've never seen him do more than that and believably. And he already has a tough time being believable to me. I just, he's not Tom Cruise, where you're just like, well, he just got paid to be in this movie and run.
Right.
But there's a disconnect. I saw that again in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I saw it in this movie. I'm going to go watch Aviator. I'm going to go watch Catch Me If You Can again. But I've never seen anything where I say he's that character. Whereas, it's not even fair that I say this, but I was going to say like Meryl Streep. You're like...
That's her.
Yeah. This person is in your bones.
Yeah.
I think those are just two different styles.
Yeah, that's how I say it's not really fair to say that. But, okay, let's give it to somebody else where, like, Matthew McConaughey, for example, is somebody who he essentially is a very similar version of each character just due to the fact that he can't switch up his dialect, right? But he is, like, submerged in the role. Like, yes, he is a superstar actor, and I know I'm watching him, but I can believe you're a person in this world. Whereas Leo, I'm just like, well, You got
you see his wheels turning.
Yeah, I could see him taking direction. I can see him saying, "This is the best thing I could do for this right here," and it's just like, it's not there. It's not touching me. You know. So, Inception, a 7-hour movie I'm never gonna watch again. Take it off of Amazon Prime.
Do you like the hallway fight? Okay.
Yeah, it just wasn't anything. It wasn't anything. You know, just to see Ellen Page reminded me of like a different time, which is weird. It was just like, damn, I remember when Ellen Page was like, like nobody else was going to do a role. Like after Juno, she had like 3, 4, 5 years or so when it was like the Ellen Page years.
Yeah.
And then Joseph Gordon-Levitt being in there, I was just like, damn, like he had a run too, you know?
Definitely.
He had his little early 2010s run, you know, with 500 Days of Summer. Something else. He was 50-50.
Looper, 50-50.
Yeah, he had his time. And then it just kind of, you know, there was somebody else in there.
What is that? Is it Looper, the one where he's
Bruce Willis.
Yes.
He's young Bruce Willis.
Yes.
I saw that one. I'm just happy he didn't do that Just in Time movie.
The Justin Timberlake one?
Yeah. Yikes.
That's facts.
What?
Seen it?
I haven't. No,
You
I
haven't
haven't
seen that one?
Wise moves.
It's
Garbage.
What's his name from White Collar? The really good looking dude.
Matt Bomer?
Matt Bomer.
Is that Matt Bomer. And Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah. And I really like
You
her.
have like, you don't pay in money, you pay in time. Like,
Oh, wait,
on
I
your
have
arm.
seen
Yeah,
this.
I never saw it.
Yeah, I have
you
seen
blocked it from your brain.
Yeah, I sure did. It was
Garbage. Yeah.
That's
trash. That's it. That's a fact.
this is fun. I don't know. You should not have given me this board.
Yeah. Next, Aviator. If I feel like paying to watch it off of Stars.
That's right. The only way the only place I found it was on. Amazon.
It's on Stars, and then
It might be on YouTube. It's cheaper.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
If I watch it and I feel like he's still disconnected, somebody has to pay my money back, along with the girl who got my $100.
God, nobody's giving you money back. Nope. I feel like Howard Hughes and Calvin Candy and Jordan Belfort, I think those are all pretty distinct different characters, but I don't know. That's just
I think the characters are, but as an actor, when you portray, and I honestly, to be honest with you, I feel like I have the same problem. When I was in school, I would tell little dude who we had the class with and he was teaching us Shakespeare, I was like, I can't feel what these characters are feeling. I can just yell if you want me to yell. I can't like emote.
Step into this person.
I can't do it. You know, I
Yeah.
could just pretend. But there's some people who are like, when they're done with the role, they're like, I have mental issues like my character has.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, you need to get that checked because this is a job.
I mean, I think it's just different techniques because I
It
kind of
definitely-
feel the same.
Yeah.
Like where people are very, meta or not meta. Meta? Is that what I'm saying?
No, it's not meta. It's
Method.
Method.
Thank
yeah.
you guys.
The man.
Meta.
Meta is
Yes,
like
I went to acting school. Would you
Yeah.
believe it? Yeah, like very method acting. And I never found that was like a thing for me. Like
Yeah.
my character smokes, I have to smoke. I think I was more of like I would research and find out what it's like, but not necessarily live totally and completely in this person's shoes.
Yeah, Frank is like that. Frank would come up with characters for background characters. He used to be like, yeah, he plays basketball 4 times a week. Now I'm going to walk. And I used to just be like, Frank, you came up with a whole background story for behind the scenes character in the shadows? He was like, yeah, but I walked with purpose.
Yeah.
And some people have that.
Yeah, I remember this girl in school. It was in like this TV class where we had to do scenes from stuff that's already on television. And she went and wrote like her 8x10 white paper was filled front to back with notes about like Phoebe Buffay from Friends. And I was like, is there something I'm not doing? Like, I remember feeling like, am I not a good actor because I'm not doing this?
Yeah.
And it was like literally only her. Like, of course, taking a few notes, but it was like small print where I'm like, what could you possibly have written down? But I was like, it's not that she's like weird or crazy. That's just how she does
Was
things.
she good though?
I didn't think she was bad.
Yeah.
But I didn't think she was like
Spectacular.
Now I see why she wrote all this stuff down.
Yeah.
You know, it was just kind of like that's just how she does stuff, and maybe like people who write lists. It's like not everyone needs a list. You could just put it on your phone or remember it.
You know, acting technique is so specific to who you are as a person. Because I think Josh Duhamel or somebody is like who was just like, I know how to act. I don't need classes. I think I heard something like that from him. But then there's people who need to keep it sharp, and they're like, I need to get into this thing where it's very much so a body thing. Like, I need to jump inside of the suit of this character. They walk a different kind of way. They do this a different, you know. And I want to also say, like, when you are an actor in Hollywood and you're auditioning for roles, for the most part, you're not acting. You're just
Being?
Yeah, you're just like, there's very few people that get the opportunity to get the script and be like, this is my character. These are the choices I'm making. But a lot of times you're just booking because you kind of match with the other person who's in the project, or you don't absolutely suck, or maybe you have a lot of followers, or there's just like a concoction that's brewed together for why you're there, you know. But you're not like always gonna do the whole let me make a character background and jump into the suit of this character and there sometimes you're just in it.
Yeah,
you know,
I think it also depends on the project and the character.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I know we talked about Euphoria briefly.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, you have to. But I feel like a lot of people on that show, and maybe it's just how good they are. I can't, like, maybe it's a testament to their talent, but I feel like, for example, blanking on her name, the lead.
Hunter Schafer.
No, not she's not a lead like that, I guess. Alexa Deming. She's Hispanic, super cute. I feel like her character, that's just like who she is as a person. Maybe not completely and totally, but when she came into the audition room, they were like,
that's it.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's not, yes, of course, she's not completely that person, but it's just so easy for her that maybe she's not sitting down writing front and back of like this is this character. But maybe she is. Maybe we don't know.
That goes back to your Anna Kendrick thing of like, you're getting booked because this thing that you always do is what people like.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you remember in acting school, they used to break down like what is acting in what projects. And most of the time, if you're going to book like a series regular or a lead on a sitcom, like a 4-camera sitcom, you're pretty much you, just slightly exaggerated, because you have to do it so much so quickly. You know, if you're doing it for Tyler Perry, you're doing 5 episodes a week. If you're doing it network, you're doing or so. That's what I heard. I mean, 5, 7, whatever. I did hear about that, by the way. I'm not making that up.
Just
House
recently,
of Pain, I think they were talking about like 3 episodes a day even. I saw it in a very long time ago, but House of Pain, they had a thing where they were like, we shoot several episodes in a day. Oh, man. But, you know, they're on a set. So it's just like, say the lines, let's go, move.
Yeah.
Okay, done, flip
They're
it.
moving.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't, I don't judge that.
It's
really.
like a soap opera, imagine.
Yeah,
They're doing
you know, so you just have to have the ability to say the lines realistically, you know, be funny when you need to be funny, whether it's in your body or not, and that's about it. You know, it's very close to you as a person, because like very few times will you be able to separate you from the character, unlike like Jaleel White for Steve Urkel, where it's like he's the character on the show who's acting his butt off. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or like even on the same show, Waldo. You know, that's not who he is as a person, you know, but there's those few characters who are just like,
this is them.
Yeah, you're the actor on the show. Everybody else got to like kind of say the lines, make sure it's funny, deliver them the right way. But compared to like a drama where like you have to emote so much and it's like a single cam, or so they'll call it, a single cam show, you're definitely trying to get into the right space and understanding the character and all that stuff. And you got to remember too that when people are shooting and filming, you don't have that much time.
Yeah, you're on a schedule.
Yeah, you're definitely like shooting, moving. You got a couple takes and let's go.
Yeah.
You know?
I wouldn't say one is more difficult than the other. I think.
Oh, well, yeah. It's just
comedy, like timing and rhythm. A lot of people don't have that. You know? And I think that is a different skill set than what people would have on a single camera dramedy or drama, or, you know,
I agree.
There are very few people that can do both, and there are people that do one or the other very well.
I agree with that. I just remembered that lesson, I think, from Todd Patrick's class, where he was just like, sitcom is your 9-to-5 job as an actor. Like if you book one of those and you're on it for seasons and seasons, like you're going to be able to pick up your kids from school that day.
I remember this.
You remember that?
Yeah. Because I remember thinking like, I want to do a sitcom so bad. And I mean, now they're like pretty much dead, you know, but it was like being in theater again.
Yes.
And having a 9-to-5 where it's, depending on the show, I'm sure you're going to be popular and people would recognize you, but you also have that like, well, I'm done at this time. I get my weekends, and this is what I'm doing.
We shoot on Tuesdays and Thursdays or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. So that was just a deviation of saying, like, I actually would really like to see Leo do a sitcom or a soap opera, because Brad Pitt did Friends. James Franco did Days of Our Lives.
General Hospital.
General Hospital.
Yeah.
I think, like, I would like to see the diversity that comes from Leo.
He did Growing Pains when he was a kid.
Yeah, it was sitcom.
But he was little.
Show me that smile.
Kids act a different way, though. Like, kid acting and adult acting is different. You're going to get that from a kid.
Yeah.
Because the kid is just like, what you want me to do? Cry right now? You know? But an adult is going to say, well, what's my motivation? Why am I doing this? Who am I? What time of the day is it?
Yeah, kids are just genuine. They're just being themselves.
That's it. And you'll get it. You know? So I would like to see that from Leo. But again, I'm not going to make too many judgments until I watch these next two movies, which is The Aviator and
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can. That's my Inception take. Trash.